So, as everybody knows, Microsoft purchased GitHub for $7.5 billion. This is interesting. I waited a little while to think a little bit about the whole purchase, kind of wait for some of the haters to settle down, and I'll start with a quote and I'll leave you to the entire quote, so I don't like taking anybody out of context. But the short answer is Linus, who father of the Linux kernel and also father of Git, the protocol that GitHub is kind of wrapped around for managing code. Microsoft hatred is a disease. And I just know so many people just want to hate everything. They go, it's Microsoft, I got to hate it. I just got to put the hate stamp right on there. Now, even the guy who founded Linux, who's been an outspoken open source advocate and also outspoken against any company and problems with them, including Microsoft, who I agree has not always had our best interests, but they're a business. Businesses will not always have your best interests at heart. That being said, let's talk about GitHub, the Linux Foundation, and kind of their statement on it. So Microsoft buys GitHub, the Linux Foundation reaction. It's not that long of a read, but it's the position that I take is very much with them of, hey, let's see what they do. Cautious optimism. If they screw it up, we'll rally against them. If they do it right, we will keep it happy. And that's kind of how I feel about stuff. So everyone's running around pointing out every disaster Microsoft ever did. I am hoping Microsoft has learned from some of the disasters. And by the way, as much as it's easy to poke fun at a company that's in the Fortune 50 list for things they've done wrong, because they've done a lot of things, many of them wrong, many of them right. They didn't get to be where they are not doing things right. And where I say where they are, and I'm not talking about just making money, that's a different issue, but where they're coming in the open source and realizing that open source is the way of the future is also they found how to monetize it. Microsoft is now becoming the cloud leader in terms of revenue because all those fun projects that are on GitHub, where we host all these 70 million open source projects, they need to be spun up somewhere. Not everybody has a stack of servers down the hall. They have to spin them up in the cloud, spin them up in some cloud, whether that's IBM's cloud or Amazon's cloud or Linode or one of the other many cloud services out there. Microsoft realizes the desktop essentially is going away. It's on the sunset. You don't see as many new applications for the desktop environment. Everything's going to like a hosted environment, frequently accessed via a web browser. So I won't get too far off topic in that. But that being said, the question really is Microsoft going to make a good steward of this, and will they break it? Well, part of the reason I don't think they'll break it, and hopefully I'm right, is all those open source projects already have an easy connection to Azure. Microsoft is doing some risk assessment here because one of the problems with GitHub is they're not making money. They're running on venture capital. And at their last time they published some of their earnings, I believe they said they lost almost $60 million. Now, they're not publicly traded, so not all their information on their financials is public. If GitHub goes away because no one's funding them, or it gets bought up by another company that we like even less than Microsoft, that doesn't have that interest in mind, but has the interest in starting to just charge everybody on there, which will then possibly break the community anyways, then would that be a good steward of it? Or if they just went out of business and we have to come up with something again, would that offset and slow down some of the great development and amazing projects that have come out of GitHub? So I kind of see this as a protection move from Microsoft of, hey, we have a solution to host it. If this goes away, people may not find that easy integration that they've done. And they have done a lot of integration with GitHub. You can start with your Azure account and pull your GitHub projects right in. They've got a high level of integration. They're also a heavy user of GitHub themselves. So there's a lot of reasons for Microsoft to keep it the way it is, the way it works. Will we probably see some more ads to push things into Azure on there? Oh yeah, I'm sure we will. I'm sure there's going to be some, hey, host with us monetization strategies they have, but they have announced, at least I've seen in writing on their blogs, that it plans to stay open. And like I said, I think it's in Microsoft's best interest to do so. Me and Phil, over on the Sunday Morning Linux Review the other day, we took a deeper dive into this topic. If you want to hear us rant more about it and just break down some of the server costs, because that was something that when you think about hosting 70 million projects and being able to host them for free with the hope that enough people will pay money to keep the system going, it's a lofty goal. It's got them to be very popular, but at some point, someone's got to fund to keep the lights on to keep all these projects hosted. So that's kind of my thoughts. It's very cautious optimism, and I can't join the hate bandwagon that just because it says Microsoft on there and because they made some horrible decisions and called Linux cancer, that we should hate them forever. There's a lot of passionate, good people that work there that are very strong advocates of open source and do work there. I admit there's still people there that may be working against open source ideas. But I will tell you, the war's over. We're winning. These are just small battles that keep pushing open source forward. Doesn't mean I don't keep a cautious, optimistic look. Always cautious. I'm always optimistic. So that's my thoughts, and I just wanted to share them real quick. A few people have messaged me about it, and this is a file. If you want to in-depth talk about it, me and Phil go back and forth because he spends a lot of time on GitHub doing development, even more time than I do. So he's got some other thoughts on there. But we're both heavy open source advocates. So we just look at this, like I said, thoughtful reflection, cautious optimism. Hopefully it all goes well. If it doesn't, hey, we'll all be moving over to another platform that hopefully can handle and bear the weight of 70 million open source projects and more being added every day. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and click the thumbs up. Leave us some feedback below to let us know any details, what you like and didn't like as well, because we love hearing the feedback. Or if you just want to say thanks, leave a comment. If you want to be notified of new videos as they come out, go ahead and hit the subscribe and the bell icon. That lets YouTube know that you're interested in notifications. Hopefully they send them, as we've learned with YouTube. Anyways, if you want to contract us for consulting services, you go ahead and hit launchsystems.com, and you can reach out to us for all the projects that we can do and help you. We work with a lot of small businesses, IT companies, even some large companies, and you can farm different work out to us or just hire us as a consultant to help design your network. Also, if you want to help the channel in other ways, we have a Patreon. We have affiliate links. You'll find them in the description. You'll also find recommendations to other affiliate links and things you can sign up for on launchsystems.com. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.